Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Shuklam Varadharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasyat Virada Vaktradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vignam Nignanti Satatam Vishvaksenam Tamasraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namostute Vyasa Visala Buddhe Pullara Vindayata Patra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha. With Bhagwan's grace, we came up to Slokam number 29. Okay, 34, yes. So, Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu Na me Dveshyaha Asti Na Priyaha Ye Bhajanti Tu Mam Bhaktya Mayi Te Teshu Cha Api Aham. Slokam number 30. Even a person of bad conduct should be considered as holy if he worships me exclusively of any other thoughts, because such worship will result only in welfare all around. Api chet suduracharo bhajate mam ananya bhaka sadhureva sa mantavyaha samyak vyavastitohi saha. Api chet suduracharo bhajate mam ananya bhaka sadhureva sa mantavyaha samyak vyavastitohi saha. Padangal are api chet suduracharaha Bhajate mam ananya bhak sadhu eva sa mantavyaha samyak vyavastito hi saha vyavastitaha hi saha. Suduracharaha, person who has got extreme amount of bad character, bad behavior, harmful behavior, very rakshasas, people like that, right? That kind of violent behavior, harmful behavior, basically, people who harm others and also themselves. Suduracharaha, mam ananya bhake, without any other thought if they think of me, mam. Mam is myself, ananya bhake, without any other thought. Mam bhajate chete, without any other thought, if they worship me, saha, that duracharaha, saha, that person, sadhuhu eva, a person of very benevolent, beneficial conduct and character, sadhuhu eva, mantavyaha, to be considered thus. He, why? Because saha he samyak vyavastitaha, samyak, in the most benevolent manner, the most exalted manner, very well considered, in the perfect manner, if you would. Perfect in the sense of doing good. Okay? Vyavastitaha, to be said with certainty. Api chete suduracharaha bhajate mam ananya bhak sadhureva samantavyaha samyak vyavastito hi saha. Slokam number 31. Why question comes? Same thing that happened to Valmiki, right? Ratnakar, before he became Valmiki. So he promptly develops righteous conduct and becomes divinely peaceful because he is always worshipping me without any other thought. He becomes divinely peaceful. O my dear son of Kunti, understand well and announce to the world that my devotee never perishes. Slokam number 31. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma sassachanti nigacchati. Kaunteya pratijanihi na me bhaktaha pranasyati. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma sassachantim nigacchati. Kaunteya pratijanihi na me bhaktaha pranasyati. Na me bhaktaha pranasyati. Me bhaktaha na pranasyati. Padangal are Kshipram bhavati dharmatma sasvat santim nigacchati. Kaunteya pratijanihi na me bhaktaha pranasyati. Kshipram, very soon, immediately, almost at once, very fast, very soon. What happens? That dharmatma, that person who is mam ananya bhak bhajate, that person, the Kshipram, very soon, dharmatma, a person who is always established in dharma. And what is dharma? Truth, selfless love, prema in action is dharma. Prema in speech is truth. Okay? And so dharmatma, one who is always established in dharma, bhavati, he becomes like that. Dharmatma bhavati, he becomes established in dharma very soon. Then, after that what happens? Sasvate, that means like a sattvic, a balanced approach without any agitations or disturbances, right? That santim, that state of peace, nigacchati, he attains. Kaunteya, me bhaktaha na pranasyati. My devotee na pranasyati, never perishes by because Bhagavan protects. If you become his devotee, he protects. Make sure that you don't perish. Like, the Kusela's case, right? Me bhaktaha na pranasyati. Never perishes, never gets destroyed. Thus, pratijanihi. This truth you experience, understand and know through experience. And then you broadcast it. You say it to the whole world, to the whole universe, okay? Proclaim this fact, this truth to the whole world. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma sasvachantim nigacchati. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranasyati. Slokam number 32. Ananyas Chintayantomam, Bhagavan is exhorting us to think of him. Even doesn't matter what kind of a person that we are today. Okay? Number 32. Partha, even people of weaker gender, tradesmen and laborers in the society, and others with inferior births surrender to me and attain the supreme state, don't they? He is asking. If you look at the devotees, you have the devotees of Bhagavan, of the Lord, come from all sections and all sectors of the society. Whether it is poor, whether it is people who are not read, it does not matter. Whether it is man or woman, none of those differences matter to the Lord. He looks only at the mind devoted to him. So all kinds of devotees have come. So Bhagavan makes a statement here. That's why he's saying, isn't it? Isn't it? He says, even people of the weaker gender, tradesmen and laborers in the society, and others with inferior births, surrender to me and attain the supreme state, don't they? He's asking. Okay? Because none of those matter. Mam hi partha vipasritya yepis yuhu papayonayaha striyo vaisyaha tata sudraha tepi yanti param gatim. Mam hi partha vipasritya yepi syuhu papayonyaha sriyo vaisyaha tata sudraha tepi yanti param gatim. Padangal are mam hi partha vipasritya ye api syuhu papayonayaha striyo vaisyaha tata sudraha te api yanti param gatim. Partha striyaha, generally it is translated as women. Okay, we all think stri means women, stri means woman. That's what we're all, from young age, that's what we've been taught. But that is not the real meaning of the word stri. And we take about a couple of minutes and tell you one important story from Bhagavatam, so that will explain the meaning to you. And Radha is always thinking of Krishna. Because Radha is always thinking of Krishna, Krishna is always thinking of Radha. And Radha could not be separate from Krishna even for a minute. So she comes to see Krishna. But outside Gokulam, there is a kind of a forest wall with a gatekeeper. And Krishna's father, Nanda, is the ruler of that place, that thing. So his son, like prince, whatever Krishna said, the gatekeeper would follow. So Krishna was standing on this side of the wall, and Radha was trying to enter through the gate. Krishna plays a game. He tells the gatekeeper, tell Radha she cannot come in. So gatekeeper says, Amma, you cannot come in. So she says, say who? Says who? And this is what Krishna says, gatekeeper. Then Radha asks the question, why does he say that? Why can I not come? And then Krishna gives the answer to the gatekeeper. Tell her she is a stri. She cannot come in. And stri also means woman. It's not that meaning is also there. But the moment Radha hears this, and she says, then in that case, you are also a stri, she tells the gatekeeper. You are also a stri, how come you are in there on the other side? And what she really means is that stri means somebody who is dependent, who is dependent on another person, which in this case we are all dependents on the Lord. So that is why in what we call as Vaishnavism today, everybody is considered as there is a Nayakan, Nayaki Bhavi, which means you worship the Lord as your husband. Okay, a husband means not a physical husband, basically a person who supports you. And also scientifically, if you look at it as at the time of conception, for the first 10 days, actually the cell that is conceived really is a female gender. Only after the 10th day, the gender scientifically has been proven whether it becomes a male or a female. Okay, so basically, stri means people who are supported. And why should you be supported? Because we are weak. The only person with strength is the Lord. So we are dependent on Him. In that sense, there is that requirement. That therefore, I use the word weak. Weak means not physically, but that thing of being supported by the Lord. So that's what he's saying. Striyoho, Vaisyaha, people who do we call it as businessmen. Also, farmers are also classified as Vaisyas. Okay, people who generate business. Okay, and bring wealth of goods and services and all that, right? So, Vaisyaha, Striyaha, Vaisyaha, Tata in the same way, Sudraha, who do physical labor to support the society. Sudraha, Papayonayaha, Ye api syuhu. Syuhu means people present. Ye api syuhu, whoever is there, that's what it means. Ye api syuhu. Papayonayaha. Here, Papayonayaha. Yoni means in this case birth. People who are born in what we call as the inferior jati. What is an inferior jati? If you are born in a lineage that is prone to very violent tendencies, for example, like the Prahlada was born. Okay? He was born in the Rakshasa family. But he was not a Rakshasa. And same way, there are people who are born in exalted families of scholars and saints and all that, but they turn out to be something else, right? Here, Papa Yonayaha Ye Apisi, whoever it is born, Te Api, even then, Mam Vyapasritaya, surrendering to me. Vyapa Asritaya, Asritaya, being seeking support, they surrender to me. Param Gatim, the most exalted state, Paramapadam, from which there is no return. Yanti hi, they attain that, don't they? He saying. Mam hi partha vepasritya, yepi syuhu papayonayah, striyo vaisyas tata sudraha, tepi yanti param gatim. Slokam number 33. Is it necessary to say again that people with meritorious births and those with spiritual attainment will also attain this most exalted state? Is it necessary to say it again? Bhagavan says. He's talking about all the others. Then the question comes, what about the other people who are worshipping you, like Brahmins and people like that? He says, no, is it necessary to repeat it? They also attain that state. Therefore, having been born in this world of impermanence and misery, worship me with full devotion. Manmana bhava mat bhaktaha. Be my devotee. Worship me. Bhagavan's command in this adhyayam. Okay. Kim punaha brahmanaha punya bhakta rajasyaha tata anityam asukha lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. Kim punaha brahmanaha punya bhakta rajashayas tata anityam asukam lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. Padangal are Kim punaha brahmanaha punyaha bhaktaha rajashayah tata. Rajayascha, it says rajayashayah. Anityam asukam lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. Punyaha, meritorious deed. People who may punyam, doing things with Bhagavan in mind, offering to him always, right? People who do that. Those brahmanaha, we should move away from this faulty thinking and the teaching that we have that Brahmin is a caste. It is not a caste. There is no such thing called a caste in our lineage. Okay? It is varnashramam, nothing to do with caste. And that is based upon one's characteristic traits. And the question is asked by Yaksha to Yudhishthira, who is a Brahmin? Do you become a Brahmin by birth? Or do you become a Brahmin by scholarship? Or do you get to become Brahmin by adoption? No. It is only by conduct you can become a Brahmin. That is why even somebody like Tirupanarvar is a Brahmin, whereas somebody else who is born in a Brahmin family is not a Brahmin. Who is a Brahmin? What is the conduct required? Brahmam acharayati iti brahmanaha. One acharayati means moving about. One who is always moving about in Brahman. Person who has got Bhagavan's name and form in his mind all the time and moves about doing all his things, offering that to him. That person is truly a Brahmin. So Bhagavan is talking about that here. Kim punyaha brahmanaha tata, in the same way, bhaktaha rajayashyaha, the devoted, most devoted, even the kings, okay, like Janaka was, and the Raja Rishis also, okay. Kim punaha, is it necessary to repeat again that they will also attain the same thing, same exalted state, param gatim? Bhagavan says. Then he says, very important lesson, anityam, impermanent, asukham, full of misery, no sukham in this world. You may think you may be comfortable for a minute, but you're always afraid that that's going to go away, right? So there is no sukham at all, period. Anityam, asukham, imam lokam, in this world. Okay, this is what to propia after reaching this impermanent miserable world of miseries, having attained that, which is what we all have attained, what should you do? Bhajasva mam. Worship me with devotion. Experience me with devotion. Okay? Kim punab brahmanaha punyaha bhakta rajasyastatha anityam asukam lokam imam prapya bhajasva mam. Slokam number 34. Turn your mind to me. Be devoted to me. Sacrifice everything to me. Worship me ceaselessly. Taking me as your supreme goal and fixing yourself on me, thus you will attain me. Manmana bhava, mad bhaktaha, mad yaji, mam namaskuru. Mame vaishyasi, yuktvaivam atmanam mat parayanaha. Manmana bhava, mad bhaktaha, mad yaji, mam namaskuru. Mame vaishyasi, yuktvaivam atmanam Rayanaha. Padangal are manmanaha. That means mat manaha. Manaha, right? Bhava. Mat bhaktaha. Mat yaji. Mam namaskuru. Mam eva eshyasi. Yuktva eva. Uktam yuktva evam atmanam mat parayanaha. Mam eva eshyasi yuktva evam atmanam mat parayanaha. Manmanaha. Keeping your mind with me, in me, thinking about me, to put it in a colloquial language. Direct your mind to the lotus feet of the Lord is what Sukhabha. Same thing. Thinking of me. What should you do next? Not just think of me with hatred or dislike or fear. Think of me, but then also mat bhaktaha, devoted to me. Mat yaji, offering everything to me. Mam namaskuru, worship me. Evam, like this, do these four things, thus doing these four. Mat parayanaha. Parayanam, we say Parayanam and all that. Parayanam comes from Parayanam. What is done with Parayanam is Parayanam. Okay, not just reading, but Parayanam means considering Bhagavan as the only goal, okay, as the most important thing to be achieved and to be attained and to embrace Him. Nothing else in mind. With that kind of a single-minded focusedness. Mat Parayanaha. Being attached to me with that focus that I am the goal to be reached. Atmanam, in your internal impulses, your mind, yuktva, firmly established. Mameva, only me. Eshyasi, you will come and reach me. You will come and reach. You will come and attain. Manmana bhava mat bhaktaha matyaji mam namaskuru. Mame vaishyasi yuktvaivam atmanam mat parayanaha. Mame vaishyasi yuktvaivam atmanam mat parayanaha. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Sastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yogo Nama Navamodhyayaha. Thus ends the 9th chapter called Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yoga. the supreme and most unknown knowledge, as explained in the benevolent dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna in the Upanishad called the Bhagavad Gita, which is truly a Brahma Vidya and a Yoga Shastra. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om.